All right, guys, welcome to a new series of trainings of exploitpack. So, if you want to get to know more about reversing, exploitation, and yeah, and everything related to exploitpack and control pack, please subscribe, and you can also join us in our Discord channel. For the first series, as you've seen on the title, we are gonna begin with reversing because I think it goes hands in hand. It's gonna be from scratch. So we're gonna start really basic, starting. So we'll start with the C++ program with a small crackme, and then we will go all the way up to a real application. And after we have that knowledge into our head, into our back of tools, then we will be able to do some exploitation. I think that first you need to understand how a program works and how you can reverse a program. And then when you understand how a program works, how you can reverse it, then memory and everything else, then we're gonna be able to understand a bit better the exploitation part of the training. So it's gonna be divided in two. So it's gonna be two different trainings, but if you are seeing this video in the future after I recorded the exploitation training, please go back to the reversing training so you can go along what has been planned for this. So all right, so let's begin. I'm gonna go here. Awesome. Yes. So this is a Windows VM running inside this Windows VMs. I have Visual Studio Community Edition. On this Visual Studio, I also set to install C++. So I have made this simple source code that we will reverse. It's just a small crackme. It will ask for a password, and then if you type the password correctly, then it will it will just show a message saying good job. Otherwise, it will say sorry, the password is incorrect. So the plan here is that we're gonna compile this, and then we're gonna look into this source code, how it looks in assembly, and how can this code be reversed without. I mean, now of course you are seeing the source code. I'm gonna also provide this source code in a link so you can have it. But the main idea is that you go to the binary and understand how this has been how can you reverse this code, because the next this is going to be the first crackme, but the next crackme you will not have the source code. But having the source code is useful in this case, at least for the beginning, so you can see how this source code is ported into a binary or compiled into a binary. All right, so what it does, I'm just using two libraries, string and iostream. String to work with strings, and iostream to move the data from an input. In this case, it's gonna be the keyboard, the input, and that's gonna be the stream. The EO means input output, and then that input is gonna go to a string. And as you can see here, the first thing it does is just greet you with a message, easy crackme training, and then password. I'm defining this variable, the standard string. So setting nothing is not a buffer, but it's not set, it's not fixed, it doesn't have a fixed value. Then choose doing a cout, type the correct password. So it's gonna print that in the screen, and then after that is calling getLine, the function that is basically is gonna use cin, so input, and it's gonna move the content of the input to the variable password, this one. Then after you have your password, the one that you type it from the keyboard here, then it's gonna show here the size on the screen using cout again. So it's gonna do a print on the screen with the size of the password that you just type. Then right after that is gonna do a conditional if, and then here is gonna check if the password that you type that came from this input and is saved into this variable equals to exploitpack, the hard-coded value exploitpack. And so there is an AND here, it's not an OR, it's a logical and then it's gonna check if the password size is equals to 11, again hard-coded, just like the string exploitpack. So if the password size equals to 11 and the password equals to exploitpack, then it's gonna show good job. Otherwise, you get sorry, the password is incorrect. So if we compile it, I already have it compiled here. So if I type something else, literally something else, then it's not gonna show. Let me open it from a terminal so you can see the output. Something else, and then you get your input password size is 13, so it does the size of something else string, and then you get to the sorry, the password is incorrect part of the program. So if we type the correct one, you get the correct the good job message. So now let's dig in. So there are different type of debuggers, programs that you can use to reverse. We're gonna cover 4 of them. One is gonna be only DBG. Then we're gonna go to x64. Then we also gonna look at Gydra or Gydra. This is the one. So we're gonna go to this. So Gydra, x64, and Immunity Canvas. Immunity Canvas is based on only DBG. Oh, sorry, Immunity Debugger. I say Canvas. Sorry, guys. That's a different product from them. Immunity Debugger. There you go. Immunity Debugger. This one. So I'm gonna provide the links for these debuggers in the description of this video as well. And if you have any questions, please refer to our Discord channel. The next video is gonna this is gonna be a weekly training. So every week you will get a new video. All right. So here you can get only Immunity Debugger. Sorry, that, as I said, is based on only DBG. That we can. It is only Debugger. It's based on this one, and as you can see, it looks quite similar. And then you have x64 Debugger that is also again quite similar to both, but it's I think it's improved. It's an improved version of it. And then we have Gydra. That is a more sweet, more is more complex. It's more it's better all the way. I think Gydra, and there is also a debugger for Gydra that we're gonna use. When they released Gydra, it didn't come with a debugger, but now it does. So we're gonna also cover that. And my favorite, that is IDA Pro, and there is also a free version of IDA if you want to use it. Or you can buy a license from them, but there is also a free version. Let me check where IDA free download. You can get it from here. This is the IDA free version, and the only limitation of the IDA free version, you can have it for Windows, Linux, or Mac. The only limitation is that the amount of debuggers that you can have, for instance, but for x64, x66 and 64 it will work. And here you have a comparison between the products, but for this training I think is enough. And you can choose wherever debugger you wish to use. So it could be IDA, Jira, x64, or Immunity Debugger. There are more out there, but I think we're gonna cover these three first. So the next video, actually, I'm gonna go through a comparison between these debuggers. But on this video, so we can start, I'm just gonna do this crack me on IDA. So I have it compiled for 64. So because first I would like to show you how to solve choose a normal crack me and quite the easy crack me, I must say. But on the next week I would like to show you a more difficult crack me with some protections and more stuff there, so more complex. And this and then a comparison between the products that you can use, between the programs, between the debuggers, and how to because the main intention here is not that you solve a crack me, but that you can do some reverse engineering from a code that you don't know. So you can go back the stream and then understand how the program works and so on. So that's why we are gonna compare the source code here against the assembly code here. For IDA, something quite useful to do if you are trying the free version, you can set these line prefixes, stack point, and auto comments, and then you will have the comments of the assembly in case you are not that savvy or you don't remember every opcode of assembly. For example, here's the opcode, and then it says he's adding RBX to RCX, and then this sub is means an integer subtraction, or SOR stands for logical exclusive OR. And if you want to look for opcodes, you can look for opcode x66 assembly. Just Google it, and then here you can look at all the source codes. And something quite interesting is that if you would like to take the time, then what will be interesting for you is to just get the flat assembler. You can download it for Windows, Linux, and DOS, I guess. And here, if you get the flat assembler, then you can also maybe try some assemble. There are some examples that comes pre-installed. If you look at examples here, you can do like a hello world here in assembly, and they can understand how it works. Actually, this is just displaying a message box. Actually, I think we can run it. Yeah, so if this is code, may I introduce myself, and then it's invoking this, and this is doing it from assembly, including basically all the trick is because it's doing it's including this library win32ax.inc, so it does include. But yeah, and here we have our simple program. This is something that maybe you want to try if you are not savvy with assembly. If you want to get more familiar, flat assembly is quite it will be quite easy to get to, and there are not many opcodes. So when if you feel like, oh, assembly looks a bit too much for me, or difficult. It's not that difficult. I mean, what's difficult from assembly is that you need to understand the concept of how memory works, how the CPU works, and so on. So the low level stuff. But after that, the programming language, as a programming language, assembly is not that difficult. It doesn't mean it's not meant to be that difficult. All right, so there's that, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the code. As you can see here, there is way more stuff that you were expecting from just this small code. So this is the code that we compile, and then we got this binary. we are this binary here, and then look at how many stuff do we have here. So all these functions, all these libraries here. Of course, we have a main. Sometimes you will see that we don't, but here this is our main. Yeah, here this is our main. So and this debugger, IDA, because it's a bit smarter than the rest, it already took us to here. But if you want to look at the sections, for example, you can go to views and look at the segments that we have. So we have a header, we have a text section, data section, data. Then don't worry about it. We will cover the binary structure and the sections and the permissions and so on during this training. So because at some point we will cover, for example, UPX and how to unpack stuff and so on. So you will need to know how to work with the sections of binaries and more. And of course, it's quite important. The imports, but I'm just showing you to choose some stuff so you can have a glance on how it looks on a proper debugger. So here you can see the libraries. These are the DLLs that this binary is importing, even though it's just importing these two libraries. You'll see that in terms of DLLs, there are much more here. So you can see here that where these libraries imports are coming from. So for example, the stream and so on. So they are coming from Microsoft BCP 140. You might hear about this one already. And then the others, they are just basically part of the binary itself, because it has been compiled with Visual Studio. But these are DLLs, so these are DLLs, and these are the functions that you are importing from that particular DLL, in this case, kernel 32, MSBCP, and BC runtime, and so on. So if we look at for example, strings, I don't want to make this video long, so we can cut it short, but I would like to go to the next video. I would like to go through this binary, but then on cover this same binary, this same easy crack me in Immunity Debugger. Immunity Debugger, maybe only DBG, just to have a comparison, x64 and GDRA, and of course the IDA free version. I'm running the IDA Pro version, but I will also do it on the IDA free version so you can see. But here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna choose to solve the crack. I mean, this is quite easy. You have to look. In this case, there are several ways. We will cover several ways as well. But just if you follow the reference of the binary, you will also get back to the main function. And then here you can see where is it loading that address for that string. So here it is. If I think what's best, guys, if we cut it here, and then I will upload the next video where we actually solve this binary on these 4 different debuggers. And then instead of looking at the source code, we will only look at the assembly code. And then after that, we will do a binary only with the assembly code. I mean, only with what we have. All right, so let's stop it here. I hope you will like these trainings, and of course, the only way to learn when you look at these trainings is to actually follow yourself on your own computer. So pick one of the debuggers that I mentioned, and maybe try to solve this binary prior the next video. So when you are ready on the next video, you might learn something different, or you might, or if you were not able to solve it on the debugger, you might learn how, or you might learn might learn something different from the different perspective of other debuggers or some so. All right. So yeah, let's cut it here. Let's make a stop here, so otherwise it will be too long. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video, and hope you enjoy these trainings. Leave me a message or join us on Discord. Bye guys.